Hello there guys, and welcome back to our car modeling tutorial. And today in this episode we're going to continue with our Ford GT. In the last episode we was working in a different file and we had to go at putting our wheels together here. So if I just remove my wireframe, we can see that we're looking quite nice inside there. So we're going to get this duplicated and moved across. Now I've included some brake discs and a tyre inside here. If you go over to the Drift 3D website as part of the project files, I'll include a basic tyre and brake setup there for you, so you guys can bring that in if you haven't got your own. I am looking to do smaller stuff, smaller tutorials like that eventually, but for now I'm happy to link those on the website for you all. So what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to duplicate this across, but before we do have some like little extra kind of lug nuts that we want to build inside here. So I think what we'll do in order to achieve that is let's go and bring in a new primitive here of a cylinder. I'm going to bring this up into position here. Let's get this rotated around as well. I'll just do that on the 90 degrees. And I'm going to go and reset this to 6 subdivisions because we want this to be like hexagonal, as if it was going to be like a wheel nut that we would take out. We're going to want to go in here then and resize this. Now we'll take that down maybe to something like that. I'm going to just pull this away a little bit more. I think what we'll do is let's delete the rear faces. So we'll just select all those rear faces. I'm going to hit delete, and I'm going to grab all those edges. I'm going to hit Control E, and I'm going to pull out on the blue arrow there and then push back here, maybe just something like that. I'm going to pull back on that green, maybe there, and then I'm going to hit Control E again, and I'm just going to push it back just a little bit more there. And then what would happen generally is this would then taper back down, and then that would be onto our wheel stud. But I think we'll just leave it like that. Now this section at the back here is circular and this section's not, so I think what we'll want to do is we're going to want to grab all of these edges here. I think we'll maybe take that one as well, and we'll also take the ones all around this edge. So I'll grab all of these. I'm going to hit bevel on these. I'm going to take that fraction right down, maybe 0.05, maybe let's go 0.1. and then maybe crank that up to 2 segments, like so. I'm just going to tidy this a little bit inside here, so I'm going to go and grab my target weld. I'm going to grab this here, and I'm going to weld that down for each of those. Do that all the way around here, like so. And let's actually as well, let's take all of this and we can bevel that as well. I'll bevel that, reduce that fraction right down, and I'm just going to crank up the segments a little bit, maybe just 2. Okay, so now when we hit 3 on that, we can see that we've got the main bolt shape at the front here, and then we've got a circular shape around here. Now obviously because it was so few original subdivisions, it does obviously look a little bit jerky there, but we are going to scale this down, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. So let's just take this here. I'm going to jump into my side view, is probably going to be the best place to place this. Let's get rid of our x-ray as well. So I'm going to take this here, I'll scale this down. And I think what we want to do is we want to scale this down so that it's going to sit fairly flush on this like little extra outer ring here. Let's take this in here, scale this down. I'm going to bring it in essentially just here, and then let's just rotate that up, and I'm wanting that to sit nice and flush, so let's just go a little bit more. Okay, so I think we want to go something like that, and then we can take that in. And here, I'm going to get it in nice and close. I'm just going to just about push them together there. So we've got something like that, so that's looking quite nice inside there. Let's go and apply a material to this. I'm just going to go for my gloss black for now. Okay, so that looks quite good. and we're going to want to go and duplicate this. I'm just going to hit Control D. We'll take it up here and we'll get it nicely into position on there as well. Or maybe when we get this, just give it a little rotate. And then we'll take it around to the next one as well. Just want to go a little bit more. Okay. Get this in position too. And again, maybe just a slight rotation to that. Take this one here. And then finally, we'll go across here. There we go. So we've got a little bit of rotation to those. So we've got those all around in there, so it's looking quite nice, which is good. So we're going to want to duplicate this, and we're going to want to take it over to the rear of the car as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the subdivision from this so that I can select everything in here. So select all of these. I'm going to hit 1 just to remove all the subdivisions from those. I'm going to hold down Control D. I'm going to bring this towards the back here. I'll just drop that. I am going to go mesh. I'm going to hit combine on these because I do want to change the pivot, but let's just get this in position here. Okay, so I've gone a little bit lower than the stock. Let me just get X-ray on here. So you can see the top of the tyre just up there. So what we're going to want to do is I'm going to hold down D and D. Let me get my move tool. Hold down D and V at the same time. I'm going to pull the pivot right down to the very bottom section of that tyre there. So all the way to that very bottom area. I'm going to grab my scale tool and then I'm going to scale that up. And the reason I'm doing this is so that it goes from the ground up rather than scaling both high and low. It's just going to be scaling high. So we'll get that scaled up inside there. We're going to also want to jump into our back view and we're going to want to have a go at increasing the depth, something like that. Okay, I'm thinking I'm probably going to want to get slightly better fitment up here. Maybe so just the stretch of the tyre is sticking out there. Okay, now we do know that the rear wheel on the car here, so let's just actually quickly separate these. We do know that the rear of the car, the rear wheel, concaves a lot more, so I'm going to grab my brake discs and just make sure I haven't got anything else selected. So I'm going to grab those. Let me actually take these as well. I'll grab all of these and I'm just going to move them in. Now it's concave, but it's not massively concave, so we'll maybe go for that. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to hold Shift and Control at the same time, and I'm just going to go and select every vertices that's in this kind of middle region. So I'm just holding Shift and Control at the same time, grabbing every single one there. Okay, just give a quick test to make sure we've got it all, which we do. I'm going to hit B on my keyboard, and we can see that my fall off is probably a little bit too much, so let's maybe go 1, maybe go 0.8. Okay, so I'm going to go for a fall off of 0.6, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this maybe a slightly higher fall off. Let's go 0.8. Maybe a bit more. Let's actually crank that to 0.9. Maybe maybe we will go 0.9, but what I'll also do is, let's maybe grab these ones as well. Just take all of those. And then I just really wanted to pull this down so it's intersecting with my new location for those wheel nuts. Okay, so I'm going to hit B, and then what I'm going to do is let's maybe run around, take all of these. And just pull these back out a touch. And then let's maybe take these ones as well. So again, I'm just holding Shift and Control at the same time. Okay, so I'll get those and we'll pull those out too. Something like that. Okay, so our rear wheel's got a lot more concave to it than our front, so that's fine. Okay, and then now that we're happy with that, let's just have a go hitting 3 on all of these. Make sure everything's sitting nicely, which it looks like it is. And we'll do the same on all of those. Okay, so I think they're looking really nice. So let's go ahead and grab these. Actually, before we do anything, we're going to want to take these. I'm going to quickly combine them again. Okay. Now that we've got a nice central, and we want to flip it so that the brake disc is on this side. So we're going to want to take that all the way around here. So the brake caliper is on that side. So it looks like practically a straight 180-degree rotation, which is fine. Looks like I've lost my materials in there, but that's okay because we're going to hit separate on here. Okay, and then again, let's grab all these super quick. Hit 3 on those again. Okay, so that's looking really nice now. We've got that rotated around, so the caliper's on the correct side. It also means that the wheels are staggered. So when we bring it to render, obviously it'll look a bit more realistic. We could go ahead and mirror these to the other side. Let's maybe get rid of that too, just in case I haven't made the changes that we did before. Let's grab those and those. So I'm just going to hit Control D, Control G, and then on scale X, let's go for a -1. Bring those in. Okay, so they're looking really nice. Okay, so it's starting to look quite good. What we could maybe make a start on, I don't know if we'll finish, but we could make a start on the wing mirrors just now, because they're probably the only thing that's really making the car lack a little bit of realism. We can get a good kind of idea for the shape once we've got those. So let's maybe have a go with those. Let's see how we're looking on here. So we're not looking too bad. It looks like it comes up and out of the front kind of fender area here, and then along just there. Let's see. Okay, so I think what we'll do is let's maybe start this with a basic box. So I'll grab a basic box inside here, basic cube. Let's bring this in. And let's maybe just isolate everything just out the box here. Okay, so let's go and take that in here. Maybe do just something like that to get us started. Let's also maybe isolate here as well, so we can kind of get a good idea for the height. I'll take that down there. Okay, and then we're looking quite good on the side too. So let's go and grab the face here. I'm going to hit Control E, and let's take this up and across. let's grab the vertices super quick and have a go at bringing that up here and then down there. Okay. It looks like we maybe want to put a little bit of a twist onto this. Okay, so I think that should be fine. Let's maybe take this and this. We'll pull that over here. Let's maybe grab. Oops. Let's maybe grab these. And maybe just take them down a little bit too. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control E again, and let's maybe go just one more time. Okay. It looks like I'm just a little bit too high on this. Let's maybe take these, pull them down there. So it looks like we probably want to be something like that. Let's just double check as well that we're running along the correct kind of angle here. Let's take them again, hit Control E. I'm going to go all the way out this time just to kind of where it starts, and I've got some reference images here. Got some reference images here. Let's take this over there. Okay, so I think that's looking quite good. Let's go in our top view here. It will let me select this. Take those into position, and I think let's grab them one more time. I'm going to hit Control E. And I'm going to take them out here. Okay. Just something like that. I'm not going to go any higher or any lower for those. Okay, so that's looking quite good. Let's maybe go just one more time. I'm going to hit Control E again, and I'm going to move around the headlight here, the wing mirror here. And just about this point, and maybe by now what we'll do is we'll maybe bring this down and something like that. Okay. And I think let's take that down here, and I want to start to move these probably a little bit over in this direction, like so. Let's maybe grab these ones and let's straighten those off. I'm going to take these ones and let's maybe straighten those off too. And then over here I'm just going to start to straighten them off, so something like that. And let's take those down. Okay, so we've got a nice straight line going under there, so I think that's looking quite nice. So let's go now and grab these two sections. I'm going to hit Control E on these and just pull them up. And let's just go and follow this top line up here. Okay, I'm going to do the same with the bottom. I'm going to grab these, I'm going to hit Control E and then pull these down. Wing mirrors are always my most hated part of 3D car modeling. Just find them super awkward. Do that. grab these ones, maybe just pull them up a little bit, and then we'll take these ones here and do something like that. There is they're all a little bit different, so let's actually maybe just take that there. The ones that I've seen on my reference images are all a little bit different. The ones that I've got here, which are quite nice, that runs all the way around to the side there. Maybe what we could do with this is let's actually for now get rid of all of this side. I'm just going to hit delete on those. So we're just going to run with these. We also probably want to hit delete on those as well. So we've just got the kind of top and bottom in here. Let's take all of these and take them up there. And we'll grab all of these and we'll take them up there as well. So do something like that. Okay. So we can see that we've got angle to these, so we want to kind of get that same angle over here as well. So let's start to drop these inside. Okay. Take those in a little bit as well. Let's insert an edge loop, and we'll maybe just drop one in here, and let's pull that out to about there to help us kind of follow that line. So the edge flow over here is kind of affecting what we've got in this bit. So let's go in here. I'm going to go on our edge slide just to make it all a bit cleaner. Something like that. Okay, so it looks like we're following down that line there quite nicely. Now it looks on the blueprints like this has got different head wing mirrors to the ones I've got here, for the most part. What we could maybe try to do then is we could try and work to these ones. So we've got like a little change there, so let's drop these in. I'm going to try and bring these back a bit to kind of maintain the same distances that we have down there. So let's bring these over here. Okay. Let's just take those this way a little bit. Okay. So that's starting to look okay, and then it looks like let's maybe just go, I'm just going to take the edge this time. Okay, let's grab those, we're going to hit Control E and let's take those all the way around, and this is where I think the kind of body coloured section starts. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of these lower ones, so I don't think they're just going to kind of break it just now for us, and I'm also going to go and get rid of maybe one of these lines. I'm going to hold down Control and hit delete on there. Okay. So again, using our side view here, let's try and kind of plot these a little bit better. Just take that in there. Okay. Okay, so do a little something like that. Take those in a little bit too. Okay, so starting to get that whole lower portion in there looking quite nice, which is good. So let's maybe think about the next section. So I want to grab all of these, I think. Maybe not that one. let's leave that one. I'm going to hit Control E. Let's pull up here. And let's just go all the way to the top. Let me get rid of this on the side just to make it a bit easier for you guys to see. So bring that up here. And let's go in this direction. Okay, so I'm just going to go all the way to the edge. And I'm looking on here and it doesn't have that usual extra kind of plastic shroud that a lot of wing mirrors have. It looks like this one just straight up comes up to the edge here. And I'm just trying to find a balance between the different views. I'm going to go orthographic here, go to the back. Okay. I'm just going to bring in my image planes and grab these two here. Let's pull them back. So I can take those here. Let's jump into our rear view again. Just make sure into the back, and then I'm going to isolate the selections here too. And we can see that again, using the multiple views, we're not very close here, so we'll have to try and make some adjustments there. So let's just bring all of these into position. Let's just maybe make some adjustments down here. Take these up. I'm looking perspective wise, it does look like this is definitely the better one to be following. Take those around there a bit. Okay, so that's looking quite nice. Okay, that's looking okay. So let's try now and think about stitching these together, and this is the awkward bit, because this is where we always end up making a little bit of a mess first, so it starts to look a little bit poop before it starts to look good. So we've got all these up here. I think the best thing to do is probably connect that down there. Have that come up there for us. I think we'll also probably just connect that over here to make that look a little bit cleaner too. Just bring my edge slide in, we'll do something like that. So I think that's the best idea for that. I'm also going to run an edge. I'm going to follow from this one. I'm going to take this maybe about halfway. Let's go and draw something like that. Just refine this a little bit. Okay, so let's go and let's actually maybe merge that one up here. No, maybe not actually. Let's go and take this one up here. And let's target weld this one. Let's check our top view. And we definitely can go over here. Take that one as well. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. So let's go now and take a couple more edges. So let's bring all these. I'm going to hit Control E. We'll take these across. And I'm just going to simply target weld that one up there. Okay, so I'm not enjoying this bit too much, so let's maybe go here and here. I think maybe a bit more actually. Okay, so I think we want to do something like that. Let's go and take all of these. I'm going to hit Control E and let's have a quick target weld. I'll take that one over here and this one over there. Okay. And then let's maybe, I'm just going to hold down V, I'm going to snap up here, and then I'm just going to pull this down. Do the same over here. Pull that down too. And then I'm just going to snap maybe to that one, and then let's pull out on this axis here. Okay, so I think for the most part here we're looking okay. Let me reselect that. Grab these ones, pull these up a little bit. Oops. Maybe take these ones down here as well. Like so. Let's drop that one down. Maybe I should bring this one up. Okay, so that's looking okay. I think let's actually drag that and drop that here. Just add a bit more to that. Okay, so that's looking okay. Let's quickly just maybe grab all of these. I'm going to hit Control E. I'm going to scale this in. I've got an example here, and this isn't really as thin as you would think it would be for an exotic car. So maybe something like that. And then hit Control E, and then I'm just going to bring that in and scale it down at the same time. Let's just tidy this up. Okay, so in between episodes what I'm going to do is I am going to run around this and just fine tune the mesh, just pull some points so everything's running nice and smooth, much smoother than it is just now. So obviously I'll show you guys what that does look like afterwards. Let's go real quick and take these back here into the center. Okay. In this view it really doesn't look very good, but obviously once we smooth that down it's going to be looking much closer and much better. It does look like for the most part when I kind of grab all this and bring it in this kind of direction here, so we can see that once we do smooth it, it does look really nice. So in the next episode that's what we're going to aim to do. We are going to aim to get that smoothed out and looking good. We'll also get it kind of separated and all the different relevant materials applied to it as well. For now I think we're doing okay. If you enjoyed this episode guys, please hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.